Hi, so today we're going to talk about the fundamental movements, and I learned these through my Pilates career when I was becoming a comprehensive classical Pilates teacher. A lot of time is spent on musculoskeletal system, and so fundamentals were introduced as a subtle and powerful way to undo habitual movement patterns and to create efficient movement patterns. So someone coming from a traumatic spinal injury, this was a lifesaver for me, and over the last 15 plus years that I've been practicing with the fundamental movement patterns, they've definitely been a staple of my practice, supporting me through all kinds of life's ups and downs. And so I hope that you learn to appreciate these as you begin to hone in on the movement. Some of the ones that I do laying down, I do want to say that you could do against the wall if need be as well. So these could by all means transfer to there as well. 7 things that I like about it. Let's see if I can remember these. It centers the mind and body before my practice, so it helps me get out of my mind and into my body to find that balance. It helps me refine specific aspects to a particular exercise or movement pattern. It teaches me the primary biomechanics of an exercise. It enhances my movement quality. It helps me to improve my technique and performance in an exercise, to identify and strengthen weak areas in that kinetic chain that I might be working with, and to work with individual needs. So today's topic is to look at the fundamental knee sways, and the benefits to doing knee sways is that it programs the rotation of the pelvis, and it stretches and strengthens the internal and external obliques, your quadratus, lumborum, in the lower spine as well, and the lower spine. So we'll start in constructive rest position where we're lying on our back, which is supine, with the knees bent and feet flat on the floor. Remember, if you need head support, feel free to do that. And the entire time that we're moving, we are keeping the feet on the mat, and we'll be using our abs to kind of stabilize the movement of the knees towards the floor. All right, so just taking a moment to find into constructive rest position where there's 1 to 2 fist distances between the feet. The knees are straight up to the ceiling. I find my neutral pelvis, neutral spine, and supporting the head if need be. Remember I said the feet are going to stay on to the floor. Okay, so as my knees move, obliques are like front and back pockets on the body, right? So we want the abdominals to control the movement of the pelvis. So we'll sway the knees to one side, and you can feel how the pelvis begins to rotate, right? It begins to lift up. And then if you think about the ribs and that opposite side to which the knees sway, the abs are going to pull back and drag the knees back so that they're up towards the ceiling. So you're stabilizing the abs and the movement. And again, we're teaching the body that the legs move from the center as we bring that back. So you're softly swaying in the wind. And using the abs to drop back. And you can feel how that makes a rotation in the spine. And just listening to what vertebrae are moving. Where you create stability from. So you could feel how the legs are moving from your powerhouse. So once the knees swayed to one side, you had to really press through the opposite side of the rib cage to return the legs back to center. And that really stabilized the abs, right? So as the legs would sway, the legs would come back up from that powerhouse. And this was helping you to support your ability to improve the rotation of the spine with control from your center, from your powerhouse. Thanks so much for practicing these sways with me.